So let's get more insight on the story now from Provincial Education spokesperson Steve Mabona, who joins me this morning. Steve, a pleasure speaking to you. Clearly at this moment in time, as schools are reopening or have reopened, we're still contending with certain gaps. One such being how many schools have been vandalized even before the December period started. And from what we understand, the Gauteng province is looking at about 57. Now another part of it is the safety and the security aspect in schools.
Concerning Faith, good morning and to all our viewers. Happy New Year. For the first time we engaged this year. I hope we're not going to fight. Quite concerning what we see in our schools. Safety should be the first thing, but what we would normally say is that the community should assist to protect us in our schools. I mean, you'll understand that the school should be treated with kid gloves because it's a very important institution in the country, actually in the world, because what we produce there will then be assisting the development of a country, development of a nation. That's why when we're celebrating on Friday the performance of our learners in 2021, those that were doing grade 12, the message was very clear that we really need to celebrate, but safety, it's quite concerning in our schools. And we hope that the security cluster, like as the mayor has already committed there, they will work hard to make sure that we are protected in our schools.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying that we're expecting the security clusters to step up and actually work hard, but they do need some kind of encouragement. They do need some kind of enforcement as well as monitoring and evaluation so that they can do their job. What role can the student governing bodies actually play in that regard? And do they have a space where they can, because they're on the ground, do they have a space where they can actually advocate for more security in schools, for better safety measures being implemented in schools?
Look, as the department, we've been advocating for especially non-vandalism of our schools, because that's where it starts. When people are given an opportunity to vandalize our schools, then the next thing they will come and bring violence in our schools because they see that now schools are vulnerable. But because we have a relationship with the security cluster, I mean, we have each and every school has a police officer that is linked to a school. In the event of anything, we interact with that police, and normally the response is swift. And we must say that they've been responding, swiftly. So we just need to work together. But the SGB as well, their role is to make sure that they interact with the community, make sure that they encourage community, more especially those that are around the school precinct. Just to say, in the event there's something at night at school, there's no business that is happening in our schools unless if there's something that people would have been informed that there's an event or something of that nature. But ordinarily, we don't work at night at schools. So they need to make sure that when they see something, see some lights, see some movement in our schools, then they need to report, quickly to the police. And in that, working together, we should be in a position to make sure that criminals are not, even going near our schools.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what's been happening is that the criminals do feel entitled to the schools. But let's move away from the criminals right now and focus on another matter that has been pressing. We saw that a matric student in Pumulong, from what we understand, Pumulong Secondary School in Tembisa, has allegedly killed the teacher because the student did not pass matric. Are you aware of this story? And also, what has been the official word from the Gauteng Department of Basic Education in that regard?
No. As the department, we don't peddle rumors. We don't spread rumors. What we did, we confirmed that, yes, indeed, there was an incident of a shooting where our deputy principal was brutally killed. I can put it that way, when she was leaving the school environment, because she had a meeting with the general assistants, and she was the actually last official to leave. And while at the gate, moving out, and this man approached her from the left-hand side, the passenger, side. They then started shooting, shot her 3 times. She then wanted to move out of the car. Actually, she succeeded to move out of the car, but because she was so short already, she then fell down. While the other men, approached again and shot her twice. So they shot her 5 times, and her life, ended there.
Yeah.
But the police are investigating circumstances surrounding this matter. So we have seen that rumor, in the social media, but we'll treat it as that.
Okay, so then let's do away with the rumors then, Steve. But can we confirm that the people that pulled the trigger, or the person that pulled the trigger, is indeed a student of Pumulong Secondary School? Was that a person outside of the school? Do we know that if it was actually a learner who was in the school? What can we tell us about that individual who fired the gunshots?
For now, we don't know who those people are, but we know that it's 3 men that did this thing. So we will wait for the police to do their work, and they will then be in a position to update on their investigation. For now, we cannot say it's a learner. We cannot say who did this, but the police will then have to assist us.
All right, we'll leave it there. Gauteng Education spokesperson Steve Mabona joining us this morning.